Hey guys, Crewman here, and I am really excited for this build. In this video, I'm going to be doing a 1440p high-end gaming PC based around this case, the Frame 4000D, which was sent to me by Corsair, and they asked me to do a review on it, and I liked it so much, I decided I want to base a build around it. So for the parts that I'm using, it'll be a mix of new and used parts. And I want to shout out to Corsair for sending me the Frame 4000D along with an AIO that they provided as well. Corsair provided me with their IQ Link Titan 360 RX RGB 360mm AIO to go with my Frame 4000D build. And I really like that you can change up the screen if you want. So you kind of just buy what you can now, and then later on you look to change it up. So thanks again to Corsair for sending this over and providing the Frame 4000D for this build. So without further ado, let's get started. So first we'll go with the GPU. We're using my RTX 3090 Founders. I actually swapped a buddy who I owed a favor to, and he's a good friend of mine. I swapped him a 4080 I had for his 3090. I think it was good for him, and I needed a 3090, so it worked out. So that'll be my testing 3090. This is my original 3090 when using this build because I want to get it being used again. And so we'll call it, let's say, $600 for the purposes of this because that's what I valued his at. And then the Ryzen 7 5700X3D. It's a gaming CPU. I think it'll pair great with this. I got it for $175 at Micro Center. And then this combo. This is Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB RAM. The timings are CL16 3200 megahertz, and then I got this B550 Strix gaming motherboard, which has Wi-Fi on it. So I got both of these for $125 shipped, so I thought that was a pretty reasonable price. Then we've got the Seasonic Focus. I bought this in a parts lot. I got it for like 20 bucks. But then I had to buy cable mod cables, but I bought green cables because we're going to do a little bit of a more blinged out PC. So that was $60. And then I have a riser because I want to showcase that you can vertically mount your GPU on this build. And I got the riser. It's a PC. It's a Gen 4 riser, which is more than enough. I got it for 30 bucks. So this is the build. And then this case costs about $94. And the AIO Corsair sent me cost about $260. So we'll add those into the price as well. So without further ado, let's get to building this beautiful PC. Alright, so here you can see Helldivers on the 3090, 5700X 3D combo and 1440p, high settings, and we have DLSS on quality, and you can see we're getting almost 50 FPS. Now, there is a lot going on in this mission, and Helldivers is one of those games where you definitely can play it at a lower FPS and honestly not know. I would say about what I'm playing at is probably the lowest FPS I'd be comfortable playing Helldivers at, and this is on level 8 difficulty, if that matters, so there's definitely a ton going on, but overall, the performance was pretty solid. So, with that, we're going to move on to Marvel Rivals, and I have it on medium settings, actually, with with DLSS on performance in this one. Marvel Rivals, I admit, doesn't run the best, but you can see we're getting around 60 FPS, and this is one of the few games that I think DLSS is probably a must, and I didn't really notice any quality difference, and it might just be because it's more of a cel-shaded style game. But these are the games that I want to test a combo on, as this will mainly be used for multiplayer games and not really single player, and it's performing really well. So first of all, I want to thank Corsair for sending me the Frame 4000D and the IQ Link Titan 360 RX RGB AIO. They really make the build pop, and they give it a very high quality feel, in my opinion. So let's go over the price of this build. Now remember, this is a 3090 paired with a Ryzen 5 5700X 3D. This is a 1440p, very powerful gaming computer that can handle up to the latest AAA titles, and with that 24 gigs of VRAM. The games that this thing is going to be able to play in, I would say, 4 years are probably going to be the same games it's going to be able to play now. The 3090 aged incredibly well. So let's break down the parts. First, let's go with the CPU. I got it, like I said, at Micro Center for $175. Then let's go with the GPU. I got it on launch day, but right now I've seen Founders Editions, actually on Hardware Swap, go for about $600-ish. So let's do something between the 600-ish I've seen them for and about the 850-ish that eBay shows them at. So let's go with $700 because I feel like that's reasonable. The Corsair Frame 4000D costs $109 without the fans and $125 with the fans. I'd probably buy the one with the fans because, you know, you can't never have too much RGB, but I do like the fact that this case gives me enough airflow for that Founders that I actually don't feel like I need the fans. I feel like I'm getting enough air with the AIO and the GPU that I probably wouldn't upgrade it with fans unless I like the way they look, which there's nothing wrong with that. Next, the AIO is $200. I like this AIO. I think it's a very premium AIO. Was it a little overkill for this GPU? Maybe, but you know, I do like the looks, and I do plan on upgrading this in the future with an updated front plate. So that was $200. And then we've got the RAM. I paid about $35 for 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator RAM. Very good deal. Bought that used. Next, I picked up the storage, two 512s, M.2s, and a 256 SSD. I got them for about $50 total. These are just from old builds. I'm just adding what they're worth now. I have no problem reusing space, especially if I'm the original owner. And for boot drives, SATA SSDs are a good way to save money. Even if it's just a little bit of money, but frankly, for a boot drive, it really doesn't matter. If you really, really care that much, just use the M.2s for your gaming drives. Next up, we paid $75 for the motherboard. It is an X470. Now, the nice thing with AM4 is really you could use anything from like a B450 to a B550, or either an X470 or X570. I would just go off based on looks, depending on if you're looking for a specific board, BIOS features, if you're looking at BIOS features, or price, because they mostly cost the same. I looked out, and I think that this ROG Strix board looks pretty good in this build. Finally, we've got my Seasonic 850 watt Platinum PSU. I got that off a buddy for $20, and I had to buy the cables for another $60 because, you know, I wanted to keep the green theme going. So that's $80 for the PSU. Not a bad deal. So between this mix of new and used parts, we're looking at a total of about $1,409 before tax. Not bad at all, considering that this is a 1440p gaming powerhouse that, frankly, with that CPU and GPU combo, you won't need to upgrade those for, I would probably guess, 3 or 4 years. especially if you have no desire to leave 1440p resolution, which I personally think is the new 1080p. That's it for this one. Thanks again to Corsair for sponsoring this video, and I do want to say one final thing about the Frame 4000D. It's probably been one of my favorite cases to build in this year, and this won't be the last build you see in this case if I have my way about it. Alright, that's it for this one. Peace out.